Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to take you through question 5 of the PAT 2019. I chose that question because I think it's fairly representative of the kinds of questions they ask you in the short question section of the PAT. And it also shows some of the common pitfalls that concern inequalities, and there's also a lesson on exam technique here. So let's get right into it. The question is, in which range of alpha does the following equation have real solutions? Okay, so basically the question is solve for theta and tell me for which alpha I can get a solution for theta. Okay, so I've written out the equation here. You know that sec is 1 over cos, tan is sine over cos, so we have cos in the denominator. We have two causes here, so it doesn't hurt to multiply through by cos squared, and then we have 1 plus alpha sine theta times cos theta is equal to 0. And this, every time you see 1 sine theta and 1 cos theta, should remind you of this crucial beautiful little formula that, quite frankly, you should get tattooed on your face. So then we can use this to write this in terms of, so alpha over 2 sine 2 theta. This is just a rearrangement of this, right? We just divide by 2 here. And then sine 2 theta turns out to be minus 2 over alpha. So solving for theta, you get a half inverse sine minus 2 over alpha. Okay. Immediately you can see that this is not going to work for all alpha, right? For example, if we choose alpha close to 0, say 0.001, because you can't take the inverse sine of minus 2000. Why can't you take the inverse sine of minus 2000? Well, because the sine function always stays between minus 1 and 1, right? Well, kind of. It can equal minus 1 and it can equal 1, right? At minus pi on 2 and at pi on 2. So this implies that we can stick our minus 2 over alpha here, right? This equation implies that. And now we have two inequalities which we can solve for alpha, right? So first we have this guy. And here's where a common pitfall occurs, right? People just want to solve this for alpha, but actually what you're going to end up doing depends very much on whether alpha is positive or negative. So we actually have to treat the two cases separately. If alpha is positive, then we have a negative and a negative on the left hand side and the right hand side. We can multiply by minus 1 and that switches around this inequality. We get this, and then we multiply both sides by alpha without being afraid that alpha might be negative, because we've defined alpha as positive here. So alpha is greater than 2. If alpha is negative, minus 2 over a negative number is a positive number. And a positive number is always going to be greater than a negative number. So we're done. Okay, so that's this part, and now we're going to have to do this part. Minus 2 over alpha is less than or equal to 1. Again, two cases. Alpha is positive implies left-hand side is negative, which is always going to be less than a positive number, 1, so we're done. And then alpha is less than 0, then we have a positive number here. We can multiply both sides by alpha, but then we have to switch around this inequality sign, and then we have minus 2 is greater than alpha. So these two are our answers, and we see that that's equal. That's equivalent to A. Okay, so this might have seemed a little tedious to you, even though this is completely correct. The quicker way is to draw what this looks like, right? So call this y, and then we have something like this. We have alpha against y. What does this look like? It looks like you get a graph that looks something like this, right? This is y is minus 2 over alpha. And we want y to be between minus 1 and 1, right? So we want it to stay in this range, right? In this range between minus 1 and 1, okay? And we can see what the equivalent alpha point is. Okay, so if we want minus 2 over alpha, which is y, if we want that to equal to 1, we want alpha equal to minus 2. If, on the other hand, we want minus 2 over alpha to equal minus 1, that's right here, then, alpha is equal to 2. Okay, so this is 2, that's minus 2, and either alpha is less than or equal to minus 2, or alpha is greater than or equal to minus 2. So there you go. That's the answer to PAT question number 5. PAT 2019 question number 5. Come back for more soon. This video is dedicated to my first 4 subscribers. Thank you very much for your support and your kind comments. If you liked this video, please let me know what you liked. If you didn't like the video, please let me know what you didn't like. I am new to teaching and I would like your feedback. Also, if there are any requests, I'm happy to take them. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.